Welcome back to another Level Up Health video. As always, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button as I'm always dropping new content to better your health. Thanks guys. Now, in this video, we'll be going over the crippling impact that sugar has on your brain. So, without wasting any more time, let's jump right into it. The brain uses more energy than any other organ in the human body, and glucose is its primary source of fuel. But what happens when the brain is exposed to an excessive amount of sugars in the standard American diet? In the brain, excess sugar impairs both our cognitive skills and our self-control. For many people, having a little sugar stimulates a craving for even more. Sugar has drug-like effects in the reward center of the brain. Scientists have proposed that sweet foods, along with salty and fatty foods, can produce addicting-like effects in the human brain, driving the loss of self-control, overeating, and subsequent weight gain. In early humans, this stimulus helped lead them to calorie-rich foods, which aided survival when food was scarce. But now, this imperative drive contributes to our epidemics of obesity and diabetes. The behavioral and neurobiochemical characteristics of substance abuse and overeating are quite similar, and the idea of food addiction is gaining ground among scientists. Now, let's dig a little deeper on sugar and its dangerous effects that it has relating to the brain. Sugar's reward response. In humans, high glycemic foods have been found to activate regions of the brain associated with the reward response and provoke more intense feelings of hunger compared to low glycemic foods. Foods that cause a higher elevation in blood glucose produce a greater addictive drive in the brain. Sugar addiction. Additional studies on brain activity have provided evidence supporting the idea that overeating alters our brain's reward system, which then further drives overeating. This same process is thought to underlie the tolerance associated with addiction. Over time, greater amounts of the substance are required to reach the same level of reward. Studies imply that overeating results in a diminished reward response and a progressively worsening addiction to low nutrient foods rich in sugar, salt, and fat. How sugar impacts memory. Throughout the body, excess sugar is harmful. Even a single instance of elevated glucose in the bloodstream can be harmful to the brain, resulting in slowed cognitive function and deficits in memory and attention. Some research suggests high sugar consumption causes inflammation in the brain, leading to memory difficulties. A 2016 study published in Behavioral Brain Research found inflammatory markers were present in the hippocampus of rats that were fed a high sugar diet, but not in those fed a standard diet. The good news, however, is this inflammatory damage from sugar may not be permanent. In addition, research published in the journal Nutrients in 2015 found reducing sugar consumption and supplementing with omega-3 fatty acids and curcumin improves working memory. Sugar has effects on mood. Sugar also affects mood. In healthy young people, the ability to process emotion is compromised with elevated blood glucose, according to a brain imaging study. Another study published in Diabetes Care found that people with type 2 diabetes reported increased feelings of sadness and anxiety during acute hyperglycemia, aka elevated blood sugar. Sugar intake hinders mental capacity. Elevated blood glucose harms blood vessels. Blood vessel damage is the major cause of the vascular complications of diabetes, leading to other problems, such as damage to blood vessels in the brain and eyes, causing retinopathy. Studies of long-term diabetics show progressive brain damage leading to defects in learning, memory, motor speed, and other cognitive functions. Frequent exposure to high glucose levels diminishes mental capacity, as higher HbA1c levels have been associated with a greater degree of brain shrinkage. Additional research shows that a diet high in added sugar reduces the production brain-derived neurotrophic factor BDNF, a brain chemical essential for new memory formation and learning. Lower levels of BDNF are also linked to dementia and Alzheimer's disease, according to a study published in the journal Diabetologia. Final conclusion. As the research shows, any sugar added in our food is dangerous. We can avoid these dangers by satisfying our sweet tooth with fresh fruit in place of refined sugars. Eating fresh fruit provides the satisfying sweetness of sugar-laden treats with the added bonus of the fruit's fiber, antioxidants, and phytochemicals that curtail the surge of sugar in the bloodstream and block its negative effects. That wraps up this video on sugar and the crippling effect that it has on your brain. Let me know in the comment section under this video if you plan on removing sugar from your diet, or at least trying to reduce the intake as best as possible, given how much of our foods we consume daily that have added sugar. But as always, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video or got any value out of it, consider hitting that like button as it helps the channel grow and it also lets me know you guys are enjoying the content. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.